The stations along the Downeaster route were crowded with passengers awaiting with anticipation the inaugural train to Freeport and Brunswick. As America's favorite train proceeded northbound, federal, state, and local officials, along with rail advocates, were ushered aboard to celebrate the long-awaited extension of Maine's successful passenger rail service. Yes, it was an occasion worth a dance or two. Train Riders Northeast Chairman Wayne Davis was pleased to welcome the riders aboard. Maine DOT Commissioner David Bernhardt was full of praise for the train to Maine.
Well, what this really does is it makes it the train to Maine. Just that expansion into Freeport and Brunswick. And it's interesting to note now you see the signs and they do say train to Maine, whereas in the past it would have been, hey, I'm going from Portland to Boston. But once you started opening that up, LL Bean's, shopping in Freeport, Brunswick, it really makes it to be the train to Maine. Not only that, we've seen a lot of economic development because of that expansion. And I think one of the big things, too, is it opens it up to thousands more people in Maine that can use alternate modes of transportation. So you've opened up Freeport, Brunswick, in those areas, so people don't have to get in their cars all the time. They can take the train to do certain things, different things. So this is a great day for Maine. So there's a bright future for passenger train in Maine.
The Amtrak Downeaster headed toward Portland through the picturesque Scarborough Marsh, one of many pleasant views from on board. At the Portland Transportation Center, state and Amtrak officials stepped onto the platform to greet more distinguished guests, including Senator Olympia Snowe.
Wow, absolutely. How are you?
He's ready to go.
After the ceremonies in Freeport, it was Brunswick's turn to extend the welcome mat with a musical accompaniment provided by the Brunswick High School Band. The invited guests, each of whom had provided needed support for the Downeaster at crucial times, included a powerful bipartisan leadership group: former Governors Baldacci and King, Congresswoman Shelley Pingree, and Senator Snowe.
Is this a great day for Brunswick or what? You've already heard from the father of Downeaster, and that's Wayne Davis, but I'd like to say a few words about him. Many of you may have read the story that appeared in the Maine Sunday Telegram about Wayne about a week ago, and they were describing what galvanized Wayne into this entire project of restoring passenger rail system to Maine. And it was because he had a bad travel experience on one of the trains back in 1988. But we all have bad days, traveling. But Wayne took it to a new level with his complaint. He decided he was going to restore this service more than 140 miles now from Boston to Brunswick. That's what he did because he's a visionary, he's determined, he's tenacious, he's relentless in his passion. And so we have a lot to thank in Wayne Davis. This would never, ever have happened without his belief that he could make this project work. So thank you, Wayne. In fact, I'd like to say that when I first met Wayne, it was back in 1991 when I was serving in the U.S. House of Representatives, and he approached me about securing the first federal funding to authorize the Downeaster. And I am just grateful that I recognized a good idea when I heard one. I just followed his marching orders. And in fact, when we gave him the check, he reminds me of this, I said, well, Wayne, we got you the money. Now you have to get the passengers. And he got more than $3 million to be exact.
It's amazing. It's overwhelming. Even the senator was awed by the size of the buildings here and the appearance. She says it's beautiful and it's huge. Yes, and the longest passenger platform north of Boston.
How about the enthusiasm of the crowd?
Well, just amazing. The crowds in Freeport and the crowds here are just I guess, delighted. Part of me is not surprised because the years have taught us that the people wanted a train, and they've turned out in spades to witness this arrival here in Brunswick. It's a wonderful train, packed to the gills. It was a wonderful ride up today. It stopped at all the communities, which I found gratifying. Everybody gets a chance to celebrate, and interestingly, all the communities they're not just happy to have the train, they're proud to have such a good train. And more than one said that on the way up. They wanted us to know that they appreciate the train and they enjoy it.
Today was an amazing day. We started off in Boston. The LL Bean Boot was there. We had the dancers. A lot of our transportation partners were there to join us to kind of start spreading the word. And all along the line, the communities that we deal with every day were there for us again today with balloons and people waiting to help us celebrate. And to get here in Freeport and Brunswick and to just feel the excitement is just, it's so rewarding. It made it all worthwhile.
Congratulations to Freeport and Brunswick, Amtrak, NEPRA, the Maine DOT, Pan Am Railways, and the members and supporters of Train Riders Northeast, whose original vision in 1989 of Boston to Brunswick service is finally a reality. Won't you become a member? Because we still have more cities that need passenger rail service. Train Riders Northeast, changing the way New England travels.